You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
This is episode 145 of the Wisdom by Wessa show on the Horse Radio Network. This is Mike Donnell.
I'm Casey Wilbanks.
And this is Sophia Yagela. Welcome to Wisdom by Wessa on the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
This podcast is brought to you by the Western and English Sales Association, WESA, which provides the world's largest trade events for retailers, manufacturers, and sales representatives of the equestrian industry. In this podcast, we feature exclusive interviews with noteworthy Western and English personalities, retailers, and exhibitors who you've always wanted to talk to. Don't miss out on all the news from manufacturers and retailers in the equine industry. Now that the January WESA trade show is wrapped up and we are all the way in February, almost March, almost spring, I guess, everyone has recovered from a busy week in Dallas. Sophia, what's next for the WESA staff?
Yes, a lot of new projects for this spring. So essentially, this is one of the times in the year where everybody's feedback that we got during the show and in between them is turned into some new ideas and projects. So we're now prepping for the board meetings, which is our time to share some of that feedback with the board members and present new ideas. And of course, feedback is always appreciated, especially for this member-run association. So you can still reach out via any of the channels to share any of your thoughts with us.
And I know that the exhibitor contracts will be out soon. Did you receive any feedback about those?
Yes, so we have an online and an offline version of the contract, and we actually received feedback about both. And I can't give away too much just yet, but we're simplifying the process for both of those.
So you can't share just yet, but can you just give us a little taste of a few new projects?
Yeah, so we're looking into sponsorships. We're exploring some website updates and some ways on how to make things easier for everyone. So stay tuned.
Lisa Stubblefield decided to use what she'd learned while earning a degree in apparel, marketing, and merchandising to start a boutique business, marketing Western-themed fashions and accessories. She started out hauling a pink horse trailer to Western events. Later, she opened a brick-and-mortar store, but now she focuses on the wholesale market. As her product offering and retail distribution grows, Lisa is here to tell us more about it. Lisa, thanks so much for taking the time out of your busy day to chat with us here on the Wisdom by Wessa podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
We get a lot of people on here who kind of by maybe a habit or a like or something get into this type of a business, but you came at it from a little different way because you actually have a degree that relates to this. Chat a bit about that and why you decided to get that degree.
I do. Well, I've always been obsessed with design and apparel, textiles, fashion, marketing, merchandising, all those fun things. And so it's just kind of what I've dedicated my life to. And then I also grew up on a farm, living this lifestyle of that WESA represents and all of the vendors that go to WESA. And so it was an easy way to end up here.
And you went to Missouri, correct?
Yes.
We got to give them a little credit.
That's right.
And so this is a kind of an early question, but I am assuming that much of what you learned in that curriculum and getting that degree has made sense as you've built your own business from scratch?
Yes, that curriculum helped a lot. There's also so many things that you learn once you put yourself out there. You know, as a young adult, I held some jobs out of college that I feel like really helped me in the background and the research, just learning about the business and how every aspect of it comes together to make a product into a retail store. But definitely it all goes back to Mizzou or the University of Missouri.
Great. Tell us a bit about what you were doing that led you before you started your own business, because that's kind of an interesting perspective on it.
So like I said, I grew up on a farm. My parents also owned a livestock auction or a sale barn. We live here in Missouri, in the Midwest. And I wanted to get a text on apparel degree, which my dad didn't quite understand, but he was supportive. So I felt like out of college, I needed to prove to him that I could get a real job with that type of degree. So, my first job out of college was the first apparel product developer for a company near where I live now. And we actually did a lot of business with Bass Pro Shops and Nike and some other large brands. But in the beginning, they had just done caps and then they expanded into apparel, which is where I came in.
Well, so that gave you an understanding of how the real world out there works, both the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It definitely did. We were communicating with factories and communicating with retailers and covering all of those steps in between.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about the months preceding and what led up to getting the business started and how you got it started.
Okay, so it goes back to 2011 when I had my first daughter. I now have four girls. And so, I was a mom, a new mom, and I needed to figure out something to do. And so I pulled a horse trailer out of the weeds at my parents and painted it pink and started going to rodeos and every other women's event that I could find to go to. And that's kind of where my love for retail and my love for this industry just proceeded into what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I mean, if you can haul a horse trailer to a rodeo and sell product, what a great deal. That really fits in with what you wanted to do. But clearly you didn't stop. You didn't stop just at the pink horse trailer, and you're not stopping. Is the trailer still around, by the way?
It is.
You still use it at all?
I don't use it as much right now. My kids keep me really busy, but we love to connect with retailers. So we do continue to do a few farm shows and such throughout the year so we can be right there with the customers.
Great. And so I know you had a little retail store for a while, but I think your goal and your interest is always to move into the wholesale and have other retailers carry that product. Tell us how that came to be and what you're looking at now in terms of building and developing your wholesale side of the business.
Yes, it's a big step to go into the wholesale business on your own, but I felt like I had kind of earned that time in the workplace where I learned a lot about how retail works and what the end consumer is looking for. And I felt like our marketplace was missing what we have to offer now, which is a lot of small accessories and products that are designed just for the Western and farm customer. And I felt like that was missing in retailers.
Okay. And you also are one of the lead people in actually designing products, yes?
Yes. We study trends and what's popular in the US among the customers that we feel like are purchasing these items. And we are constantly coming out with new products, new designs, new patterns, whatever we feel like people are looking for.
How long does it normally take you to get a new concept to market?
It honestly doesn't take that long. We've now been doing this for about 3 years, so we feel really comfortable with our own suppliers and what goes into the back end of what we do. And so once we feel like there's something that's really emerging that customers are looking for, we step right on that and get products made, such as crossbody bags or phone pockets, phone accessories, just any little items that we see out in the market, but that we don't feel like have been given the Western side a chance with cowhide patterns and such.
Okay. Casey, step in here now because we're moving to the point where you can do some shopping, or at least some wishful shopping. As I mentioned, Casey's our design and fashion and product expert, and this is a point in time where she can come in and chat with you about all that.
Well,
Yeah.
he just painted me as like the professional shopper here, I think, is what it sounded
She's
like.
pretty good at it, I think.
Yeah, no, my daughter is, though. And I was just sitting here thinking, if she saw this pink trailer, her and I are like polar opposites. And if she saw this pink trailer, she'd want to use it and load old Dodger up and go to the rodeo in it. So it's super cute. And the first thing that I see when I come to your website is just iconic looks. So I just want you to talk about some of those. It's really neat when you go somewhere to shop and you can kind of, just look to see, some things, what they look like together already. And you have some categories: concert outfits, front porch farm girls, etc. Just talk about some of those.
Yeah, so we try to cover them all. Our company is the Front Porch label, but this line that's really taken off is called Midwestern Merch. And to begin with, we started with small accessories like air fresheners and keychains and little cowboy hat, rear view mirror charms, all this little fun impulse stuff. And we just started getting into apparel a little over a year ago, our own apparel. And so just look for that to be expanding. We started with some athletic shorts that are great to wear with graphic tees that have done really, really well. We have pajamas, slippers, and then we've got some dresses and more plans in the works.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what one of my new favorite products is that I
Okay.
don't know why I love them so much. Car coasters. I don't know, Mike, if you have
Yes.
car coasters, but I love my car coasters. And it's like it's a thing. Like any vehicle I get in anymore, I see them. It's so cute.
Ours are machine washable. So even if you
Cool.
have a spill or you feel like they get a stain, you can use them over and over again. But yeah, this line is just fun things. It's nothing to take too seriously. Just cute little, gift items or things that make life more fun.
It's so cute. Just like the rear view mirror charms and air fresheners. And I'm just kind of scrolling through and I don't know how to say it, but it seems like everything is accessorized anymore. More so now than ever before. Not just our wardrobes, but this is the exact definition of it's just those little bitty touches that make life just kind of a little more fun and a little smile on your face, I guess. I don't know. Does that make sense?
I agree. That's what we're all about. And we kind of let, customers or people out and about tell us, what they're looking for. So we came out with some Christmas stockings and Christmas tree skirts this year. We also just got in a shipment of refrigerator magnets that says the world needs more cowboys. So we let, everyone kind of direct us, and then we just make a fun product, that we feel like they're already looking for.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The lunch totes. So
Yes.
cute. I'm going to keep my daughter away from all this. She thinks she needs a new lunchbox like twice a year. But they're so cute.
They are. We have a back to school line, but it works for all ages. I feel like you can use it in the workplace, at school, college. There's lunch totes, backpacks, little travel shower totes, jewelry boxes, all sorts of fun stuff.
So cute. What would you say your best seller is?
That is a really tough question. I'm trying to think of even just what we shipped out today. We have 2-piece pajama sets that do really well. We also came out with a blanket in 4 different patterns, and they are just so soft and scrumptious that I feel like once people feel them in person, they just can't get enough of them. Everybody wants a good blanket, to travel with or just have on their couch and cozy up with. Our air fresheners do really well. They are an item that's just easy for anybody to use because everybody has a vehicle, or rides in one every day. So it's just, like you said, fun little ways to make life happier.
This is like retail therapy. These are the things that I would buy when I need a little taste of retail therapy and need to just brighten my day. Like the little pink cowboy hat koozie and lunch tote pack. So cute. I think I've said cute like 1,000 times on here, but that really defines that completely. And when I look at these items, maybe like as a retailer, I think, oh, how easy it would be and fun it would be to market your items.
Exactly. Our items sell themselves. We've had so many retailers come to us and just say, this rack just empties itself because people are coming in and they're just grabbing these impulse items that are really cute. There's not a lot of thought put into it. They're super affordable. And they're going to go use them themselves or give them as a gift and, never look back or think about even a return or anything like that.
I'm just scrolling through some of the clothes and stuff. The boot stitch denim trucker jacket. That boot stitch is so popular right now.
We've definitely considered coming out with a lot more stuff with the boot stitch.
So
you can never get
cool.
enough boot stitch, right?
Yeah, that is that's the thing right now in so many different ways. And then I love the NFR Cowgirl button up top. Super cute.
We have a lot of companies on here where they do market research. They know they develop a product to serve and solve a problem or fit a certain niche. I'm intrigued by people who are able to successfully live on the impulse buying market. And there's got to be a talent, an innate talent. I don't know if they taught it to you at Mizzou. I don't know how it comes about, but you seem to have the knack to know what people will pick up and buy next. And maybe equally important, there are probably products you decide you're not going to carry because you don't think they're impulse. But talk a little bit about that whole impulse buying part of the business.
Yes, we do feel like we have it down. Mike, you and I talked about it earlier, but we have our items in a lot of farm and home stores throughout the country, small boutiques, online boutiques, Western stores and retailers. We also have them in grocery and convenience chains, resorts. This stuff kind of works anywhere, whether your shop is large or small, whether you have a lot of foot traffic in person or online. These are just easy little items that people are going to add on to a purchase that they're already making. And customers are starting to recognize our brand and our line just because we've been around for a few years now and we just keep coming out with new products. So we feel like we kind of take away some of the thought that retailers have to put into how do I sell this or what should I carry next? And we take these popular designs or patterns and we continue coming out with new products like hair clips or headbands or just whatever, whatever is popular at the time.
Okay, but I mean, do you like sit around and say, hair clips will work or this won't, or you wake up in the morning and say hair clips has got to be it? Or how do you get to that point where you know it's worth investing in a product because in 2025 it's going to sell? To me, there's an art there that has little to do with market research as you typically think of it, and more on instinct. And I don't know where that comes from. You seem to have it. Your people seem to have it, and you do very well. But I just think it's a very intriguing aspect of the way that you do business. And do you ever guess wrong?
We have, I guess we've maybe possibly made a few mistakes in the past, but we do continue to do retail events, a few throughout the year. So there's never a mistake, that's so bad that you're not going to be able to sell it. There's some customers out there that, might be looking for it, just not a vast majority of them. So I feel like personally and professionally, I have a lot of background and experience with what items are going to work. I mean, like I said, I live this lifestyle. I have four daughters. They're four little cowgirls. We go to rodeos. We're very active in everything that we do. And I love shopping online. I have that problem as well. And so I'm constantly kind of picking up on cues from big retailers and small retailers of, what else is coming out and how we can kind of put our own spin on that.
Your instincts as an impulse provider are leading you to introduce some new lines of products if you want to chat about them.
Yes. Watch out. So we do feel like we have kind of accomplished that impulse market and we'll continue to come out with new fun items under Midwestern merch. But we are launching something really big and special to us this year. And it's called Mighty Fine Western Body Care. So we went through the trademark and all the steps, and we are putting the finishing touches on some lotions and body sprays that will be carried in Western retailers soon.
Great. And my guess is that every year you'll come up with some more stuff because you're going to need to. And you did mention your daughters. They also work with you as well, correct?
They do.
Do you think any of them will come up in the business? It's early to tell, but can you tell if any of them are got a knack for what you're doing?
I sure hope so. I think they each enjoy different parts of the business. They do help me pack orders, and they definitely give me some good ideas with apparel and the scents for the body sprays and little accessories, that girls their ages are using. And so, we just kind of work together, and it's fun to spend that time together. And they go to retail and wholesale events with me too. And of course, customers love them.
That's great. So we have retailers who listen to the show.
Yes.
And there probably are some that don't yet carry the product. What are you looking for in terms of the ideal, or is there an ideal retail partner for you? I know you're in the farm and ranch stores and you're in a lot of other type of places, but what type of retailer do you think will do the best job for them and for you in marketing your products?
Our Midwestern merch line has grown really fast in the last couple of years, and I feel like it could continue to grow because I picture this line in every small town across America. And so I know there's the perfect little shop or farm and home center or even little convenience store where these items are going to be picked up and sold easily to customers. And so really, I would say big or small, we offer small minimums, but we also stock a lot of our product so we can handle small and large retailers. Just if you have a Western farm, country-based customer, these products are going to sell very easily for you.
Well, I think they probably will. They have so far. We wish you good luck in your new product line. We'll be watching to see what else the company does. Really do thank you for taking the time to chat with us here on Wisdom by Wessa.
Anytime. I appreciate you guys asking me, and I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. The show notes and links from today's show can be found at wisdombywessa.com. And if you have any feedback, we'd love to hear it. There is a contact link on that website.
The Wisdom by Wessa show will be published on the 15th and 30th of every month. But the 28th this month, you can listen on most of your favorite podcast players, and you can also listen on wisdombywessa.com. Be sure to visit all the great shows on the Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com. Wessa, where the industry meets.